it with Dani Luv. Kick it with Dani Luv. Kick it with Dani Luv. Healing one day at a time. Settle down. You'll be fine.
Welcome. Yes, welcome to episode 6 of Love and Laugh with Dani Luv. This episode is titled Helping is Healing because it's themed around our special guest. Hopefully she's going to make it. She's a very busy woman. And I'm excited to interview her. We'll see what happens if she comes in here. So, we're going to start off talking about why helping people is healing. But before we start, let's do our normal breath. Have you guys been practicing the box breath, the box breathing that we talk about in all of the episodes? So let's try it. We're going to breathe in for 4 seconds and we're going to hold it for 4 seconds. So breathe in. And let's try this again. Breathe in. Good job, you guys. How do you feel? I feel good. And today is 420 day, even though I wouldn't know nothing about that because I don't, you know what I'm saying. But I feel good. I hope you guys are feeling good. I'm excited because we are in for a treat. We have our special guest. She's in the background waiting, and I'm so excited. I was nervous because she's our first guest, and I was like, "Oh Lord, what if this don't happen?" But the Lord will work it out. Oh, y'all saw my big forehead. Yes, I was gonna wear a wig today, but my husband told me to be myself. So thank you for letting me be myself again. Yes. So before we bring our special guest, I want to talk to you guys about why helping is healing. Helping is healing because it provides significant mental health benefits, often termed the helper's high. It reduces stress, anxiety, and depression. Acts of kindness usually triggers the release of neurotransmitters like serotonin, dopamine, and oxytocin, which boost moods, increase the self-esteem, and creates a sense of purpose and social connection. That's according to Mental Health America. Key mental health benefits for helping people is with the improvement of mood and lower stress. Helping others will lower your cortisol. This is something we talked about in the beginning. The cortisol that is making me fluffy. It lowers that stress hormone and increases the feel-good brain chemicals that creates a helper's high, characterized by a surge of endorphins, leading to a state of calm and euphoria. So when you help others, you're not just helping others, you're helping yourself. It also reduces the depression and the anxiety. Acts of kindness helps individuals shift their focus away from their own problems to other people's problems, and it reduces feelings of loneliness and isolation. Also, helping others, it increases your self-esteem and your purpose. Volunteering or helping others provides a sense of accomplishment, belonging, purpose, which boosts your self-worth and life satisfaction. Also creates social connections, assisting others strengthen social networks, fostering a sense of community, and reducing feelings of being alone. So and it lowers your blood pressure. I am very excited because we are about to have this beautiful guest. And yeah, if you don't know how to help others, you can help people by smiling, by complimenting people, by listening to someone, acts of services, donating items, sponsoring to this wonderful cause that we're about to talk about. whatever you need to do to help others, and it'll make you feel good, and it helps you engage community service and local organizations like the one we're about to introduce. So, our special guest is our first guest of the year. She's the founder of the Prom Project of Michigan. The Prom Project of Michigan was born from her belief that every survivor of human trafficking and domestic violence deserves to be seen, celebrated, and reminded of their worth. What began as a single act of kindness, a prom created to honor survivors, has grown under her leadership into a movement of empowerment, connection, and healing. So, without further ado, I want you guys to put your virtual hands together for the president and founder of Prom Project of Michigan, Dominique Johnson. Woo,
Hey,
woo, woo, mm,
whew.
mm,
I
mm,
just got my exercise in because I
Girl,
literally was making a beeline to get home.
you said you had to, okay, the work out. I love it. That's good. I went walking today too. I'm proud of myself. Child, I'm not gonna be fluffy this year. Let the weight win. Yeah, let me know
And
what's going on.
considering we the same height,
We
I
are.
feel you.
We are. We feel each other. Okay. We definitely feel each other. How are you doing, Dominique?
I'm better. I'm better. This has been a challenging day today. I have been all over the place mentally, emotionally, but I'm good. I am good.
Good. Good. Well, you can do the box breathing that we usually do in the beginning of every episode. We take a deep breath for 4 seconds inside. We hold it for 4 seconds and we let it out for 4 seconds. And we feel that peace. You feel a little bit better?
I feel much better. Thank you.
Yay! She didn't feel good. She was gonna laugh on me. I'm so happy to have you on my show. You are my
I am excited that we are connecting again. It's been
Oh,
almost a year.
it has. And I'm really excited because you are the first person to out of a show that I did to hire me to do another show. Like usually it comes from well, no, you're not. Yeah, I think you are. Me individually, 'cause me and my husband, we do comedy together. But I think you may be
Right.
the first person to be like, "Hey, I saw you over here. I need you over there." And really good. It's like, oh, I was really funny because people don't. I'm not about to hire you if you weren't funny. I'm like, "Oh, good luck.
Despite the fact that your personality aligns with mine. It's sparkly and
Yes.
glittery and
Are
all of the
sparkly.
things.
Didn't you have sparkly shoes on or something? Out here
um,
steal from you?
I don't know if it was my purse. No, no, you wanted my shoes because you said we were the same size.
Yeah, and they
But I
were
think you
beautiful.
were trying to steal my purse as well.
Okay. Yeah, you gotta watch out for me because it's hard that I barely find people my height. So
I know, I know, I know, I
we walk around
know.
with people's shoes because we well, my feet too small. You understand?
I do.
I'm so glad that you're here. So before we get started, I want to ask you a question that I ask every person. You can make it funny or you can make it sad, whatever you want to do. It's your work.
Mhm.
What role has laughter played in your life during difficult times?
It's been everything. Because I am naturally a joyful person. So when I'm not laughing, I know there's something going on. Oh, I look like I've been walking inside of me. Um, so, and that's why, honestly, I align myself with people when it comes to doing this work that I can laugh with because what we do can be very heavy. I
Mm-hmm.
come from a background of doing outreach with survivors, and you need that levity to be able to take yourself out of those situations so you can do the work, because it can be really, really difficult.
It can. It really can. What made you in fact, first just tell us about your company, and then what made you decide to start this wonderful company?
So, we're actually a nonprofit. I like to make that clear because I don't make a dime off of this.
Mm-hmm.
This is, I tell people this is really my ministry. So, I used to work as a program assistant at Alternatives for Girls, and I was over their New Choices and Safe Choices program that directly provides assistance to those who are in street level sex work or are coming out of sex work. And so one of my many, many roles was as a mentor and to help who decided to do street work to be able to get employment, education, and that type of thing. At the time, I was a public ally. And I tell anybody, if you heard of Public Ally and you have the opportunity and you want to get into nonprofit work, it is a great organization to get involved. They are from AmeriCorps. And
Mm-hmm.
so it was that placement. They actually placed me at Alternatives for Girls. So as a last hurrah, we have to do a service project. So
Mm-hmm.
I said, let's make sure they don't forget me. And so on a Wednesday morning at 3 a.m., God woke me up and said, organize a prom. And I
Oh.
said, that's a good idea. I'm going to do that. So I went to my director and I told her what God said. She said, Dominique, that sounds like a good idea. And at the time, I was mentoring like 7 to 10 women. And
Mm-hmm.
so we had a round table discussion about it, how they wanted it to look. And they're all older women. Most of the survivors I work with are typically 20 years old and up. So
Mm.
yeah. So when people hear prom, they naturally assume
Little
high
kid.
school. No, no. My survivors, the oldest one last year was 52. So
Oh,
my survivors are anywhere typically between the ages of 18 and about 50, 55 up in that area. So
okay.
they asked me, yeah, so they asked me, they said, well, can we bring a date? Well, of course you can. It's the prom.
You get you okay. Miss Ethel got her date and everything. All right.
So I said, so it went from 7 to 10 to
Mm-hmm.
their dates. So that was 14. And then Alternative for Girls also has a shelter. And I was hosting the prom at Alternatives for Girls. And I said, it is so rude of me to have something like this in this facility and not invite them as well. So it went from 7 to 10 to 35.
Oh wow.
Then then they also have children in the shelter. So then I have to figure out who's gonna keep these kids. So
Mm-hmm.
so that's where it started. And then the following year I decided to move to Atlanta. As a matter of fact, I live in Atlanta now.
Mm-hmm.
And so I decided I wasn't going to do it again. My daughter was getting married, I was getting ready to move, and I wasn't going to do it. And one of my attendees said, Dominique, you haven't said anything about the prom. And that's why I wasn't going to do it. And they was like, you got to do it. You're leaving. And so I ended up doing it again as my farewell to them. Unfortunately, while I was gone, the one who asked me about it and who actually started the idea of me giving away tiaras
Mm-hmm.
passed away. She went back on the street. And
Oh,
that reason why I said, okay, I'll do this. However, I moved in the middle of COVID. And so nothing was happening.
mm-mm.
Everything got shut down.
New movement.
And I was going back to school. I was going to grad school, so it was like all of these things. I've moved to a new state. I'm in grad school. I'm all over the place.
On the move, honey.
I
Yeah.
was, I was, and I was like, I don't think I'm doing it anymore.
Mm.
And
That's
a friend,
like God give you a vision. It's hard to do, so you don't want to do it anymore. But God is like, I didn't tell you it was gonna be
He
easy.
was on my head.
Yeah.
So much so, my vice president, she wasn't my vice president at the time.
Mhm.
Her name's Torlise. And I call her out every single time I tell this story. Because Torlise sent me an email, and it was a year later. And she said, I don't know what your problem is, but when you're ready to get off your bull bleep, give me a
Mhm.
call and I'll help you put it together. Because she is very intelligent, and she knows how to put nonprofits together. She walked me through the paper.
I
So when
may
I
need.
finally got off my bull crap,
We need a tour. Everybody need a tour lease, honey.
I say it all the time. Everybody needs a police. And when I
I'm gonna
tell
need
you,
a lease. You have to
she
give me
is
a.
not a yes, she's not a yes man. Torlisa and I have been at it back and forth. But the crazy part about it is we have the same vision. We come at it from different angles.
Mhm.
And once we get it all out of our system, we always end up agreeing. Some things I'm like, no, I don't want that. And, we don't do it. But most of the time we agree. And so on a Friday night at 9 p.m., I called her. I said, hey, let's do this. Before we got off the phone, I had my EIN number.
Mm.
Literally, he we were still talking, and she was moving me through the paperwork. And I said, oh, I just got an email from the state. I said, I bet you it's spam. And she was like, open it. I was like, but if it's spam, I'm not. She said, don't open up, just open it. Don't open up the rest of it. And it was, congratulations, here's your EIN number.
Yes.
That Monday, I submitted for my 501c3. I was approved for my 501c3 in less than 14 days.
Wow. That's unheard of.
Very unheard of. So I share that because I want to tell people, when God gives you a vision,
Mhm.
it does not matter what your finances are. It doesn't matter what your intellect is. It doesn't matter who you are. When
Mhm.
he gives you a global vision, because this is going global. I have a partner in Uganda. When he gives you a global vision, there's no stopping. What he has started,
Mhm.
he will complete, regardless of whether you're ready or not. Because trust and believe, I went through the whole gamut.
Mhm.
I became anxious. I had to get a therapist.
Mhm.
I got a medication. I went through all of it. And he was like, "Yep." And guess
You still gonna do it.
what? We, yep, going to cry it out.
Right,
Take
right.
take your medication
Oh
or
my
your
God.
therapy. Because guess what? We still doing this. And so we had our first board meeting in December 2022. We had our first inaugural prom under my name in
Mhm.
2023. And that first one, we had 12 attendees.
Mhm.
Last year we had 25 attendees with one male attendee,
Oh, nice.
plus their dates. And if they have kids, their kids also, because I operate under the guise no boundaries.
Mm.
So if you have a transportation problem, if you got to bring your kids, we welcome all of that. Because the thing is, I tell people all the time, God didn't tell me to worry about how something what something costs, because it takes an average of $20,000 to $25,000 to put on the prom at the level that we put it on. Because
Mm.
we do everything. We get their outfit, we get their hair done, we get their makeup done, we get shoes, jewelry, purse. And when I tell you, the makeup artists
Mhm.
are award-winning makeup artists. The hairdressers are award-winning hairdressers. They're on movie sets. So my friends, my circle, they help me do this. They not running a meal. I tell people they not homegirl. that your cousin told me about.
See Queen now
No,
in the
no,
basement with the hair everywhere.
no. So no. So we host it every year. And what we do, they get dressed at the venue, and I have a separate room called the glam room, and that's where the makeup artists come in and they do their makeup. And then my hairdressers, they come in that day to do any touch-ups that are necessary and things like that. And then because you always have somebody that is on some BS and didn't get their hair done, even though they're getting it done for free. Then they want to wait at the last minute.
Are
And
all
then
these people black?
because I'm also dealing with trauma.
Mhm.
And I had to and I've had to teach my board members that when you deal with people with trauma, they don't operate the same like you do. Their logic is not your logic.
Mhm.
So sometimes you have to deal with people, you not sometimes you have to deal with people where they are.
Yeah.
Now I have been accused of speaking over people's heads, and um I'm not going to change that part.
Right. This is
But I
time for
also
everything to be in order.
right, right, but I also believe that when you show, and we have data now to prove this,
Mhm.
when you provide these type of events for people who experience trauma, who are actually still moving through it, because some of these people live in shelters, some of these people have some people I can't take their picture because they're in active criminal cases right now. So
Mm.
about people who have been cleaned up and they got it all together. No,
Mhm.
no, no.
These
And we
people
love on them.
here.
We also provide workshops. We provide etiquette workshops. We provide finance workshops. We provide skill workshops.
Mm.
We provide workshops on how to talk to an audience. We teach them how to have an elevator speech prepared, because you
Nice.
never know. I'm a believer in opportunity is like the train station. Either you
Mhm.
have your ticket to get on, or
Mm.
you don't.
You
But
gonna miss
guess
that.
what? The train is still coming, and it's still gonna keep going, regardless of whether you're ready or not. And
Wow.
so that's what we're doing. We're preparing for our first fundraiser that you are a part of. I'm so excited. I'm gonna tell you, Danny, I pushed for you. I pushed. I was like, we can't lunch and we don't have entertainment. I was like, I don't know if you all do it different in Detroit than you do than here in Atlanta, but every brunch I go to, it's a live DJ,
Mhm.
some type of karaoke going on.
Yep.
Somebody is doing something. It's a day party.
Going on, like me and my husband, we also do for this company, it's not ours, but we do murder mystery. So we've been at plenty of lunches where, you at the murder mystery, you gotta, solve who killed the person. And I also sing, and like, so I've sung at different brunches. Like, you have to have some type of entertainment. Oh, we
You
got
do.
we got a lot of comments for you. Let me see what we got. Okay, I'm taking notes. That's my husband. He's taking James Brown. They black. They black. Tiffany said, "Hello, everybody." They black. Okay, James Brown. What is we doing? Okay, we're moving
James
past.
Brown want to know that she's black.
He just want to be seen. He probably want to come to the prom. It's okay. We
You
had
know,
our sale at the prom, James Brown. If you got
you
some
know
ink,
what? I'm glad you said that. So we just so everybody understands how we get our attendees. We partner with different organizations that provide support for survivors of domestic violence and or human trafficking, mostly sex trafficking.
mm,
But we also allow people to invite people to the prom. but it is an application process. But the person they're inviting does have to has to be a survivor.
Okay.
Now, we don't require people to disclose how they're a survivor. But this is the interesting thing. When they get in that space and they're in a safe space and they're allowed to be with other people who are surviving or who have survived, especially my friends that are survivors and they're doing really well in their career and things like that, they disclose at that point. So, I just want your listeners to know that yes, people outside of who we invite can be invited, but if there is an application and whoever does the inviting, they have to vouch for that person because we ask for those things on the application. Because I like to tell people we are decent and in order.
Amen.
And
That's really
when you we have paperwork for everything. We have paperwork for photography. We have paperwork if you want to volunteer. We have paperwork if you want to, like high schoolers. I know now they're required to have some kind of community service.
yes.
We definitely can help with that. We can provide that, but we do have an application that the parent or guardian does have to sign, especially if they're under 18.
And if
But
you
yeah,
can't write, then we'll have somebody fill it out for you.
that
Look
so
like I
I
work in an
tell
organization. No.
I tell people we're a real 501c3. We're
That's
not we're not those that you say, oh yeah, I have a nonprofit, but I can't write off any of your donations. You can look us up on Gold Star. We're there. You can look us up on Laura. We are in according to Michigan State. We have all of the licenses. So if
What's
you
your
want to
website?
support,
What's your website again?
www.thepromprojectofmichigan.org. Your picture's on there.
It is. I love it. I saw it. That's a conversation. I was stalking.
As you should. You don't
Honey,
know who's on your podcast.
girl, I used to. Oh no, I felt a good spirit from you when sometimes the first impressions don't lie. A lot of times they don't. Sometimes they do. You be like, oh, I was wrong. But for the it don't lie. If a person is a good person, then they a good person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you say you were stalking. I was like, Nisi, I need the number.
I called you like, oh my God, please better make it.
You should have seen me. I had a doctor's appointment and I didn't need the doctor's appointment and I don't drive here because of the traffic and stuff. I use the bus and the MARTA. And when I tell you I was humping coming up the street, I was humping to get there. I was like, oh my God, I'm not gonna make it. Oh my God, I'm not gonna make it. So no, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, this is my life's work. I tell people I don't have a typical 9 to 5. This is my career. I am in school for my doctorate, and I actually am. My dissertation is going to be based on the work that I'm doing with the Prom Project. Hey, Danny, I lost you. So I'll keep on going. I love the camera. Let's see what else. Oh, and then in July, we I'm like, I'll keep going.
I don't know why this thing is acting crazy. Somebody said racist. We weren't racist, was we? I was talking about black people. I'm black, so I can't be I know me. Stuff.
No, No, yeah, no, I've really had to learn discipline. I've had to learn how to be on time.
Mhm.
I've definitely had to learn how to be a woman of my word.
Yeah.
That's why I said I was humping to make sure I got to you on time. Because one of the things that I learned doing this work is when I was doing outreach, one of my attendees was homeless and lived on the street.
Mm.
And she would come to the workshop, but I would have to go pick her up. And I recognized I'm not allowed to be tired that day. I'm not allowed to not feel like going to pick people up because the work that I'm doing is literal life and death. And that is the mindset that I've taken into doing this work and providing for the Prom Project. So I'm very anal on the type of services we provide. I'm very anal with the experiences of the attendees. It means a lot to me when an attendee feels like they weren't seen or heard. I try really hard to make sure it can be very difficult because everybody's pulling at me, but
Mhm.
I try to be really intentional on making sure that everyone feels beautiful and seen and deserving of success.
I love that. I love
Thank
that.
you.
I love
You
that.
know,
We need more people like you in the world. Like, that's amazing. It's hard to minister to people, to help other people, and help yourself make sure that your cup is filled. At one point in my life, because I'm a helper, I like helping people. I'm like,
me
ooh,
too. Me
a lot
too.
of work to join the
Almost
volunteer.
to a detriment. It's
Yeah,
almost to a,
I like helping
yeah.
people, but then sometimes when things happen, like trauma, like for me, I had lost my brother. He transitioned, and so for 2 years, even when I met you, I couldn't help anybody. I was just coasting
Mm.
along. Like even when I did
Mhm.
the comedy show, I wasn't there. I just was
Mhm.
autopilot, and I
Mhm.
help.
Mhm.
That's a horrible place to be in sometimes.
Mhm.
Sometimes you have to
Mhm.
fill yourself up, and when you start filling yourself up, you get back to the point where you can help others, and it helps you as well.
It does, and I tell people, allow yourself the grace of time.
Mhm.
Allow yourself the grace of rest. I take naps.
Me too.
That's why I could not go back into somebody's office.
Mhm.
They will have to pay me those six figures will have to be. I
Mhm.
can't go under six figures. I can't because my nap time is 3 o'clock.
I know that's
And
right.
my body shuts down at 2:48 to get ready.
Girl, my old job was on break at 15 minutes, and it'll be at 3 o'clock exactly. I would take a 15 to 20-minute nap and clock back in like I was here. Because
Okay,
them
I'm good. I'm good. And then sometimes, I'm learning that my mental health also plays a role. So
mhm.
I'm learning how to better navigate even that. And people tell me I tell too much about my business,
Mhm.
but I am a believer that when you share,
Mhm.
you can help somebody else. And so my therapist and I realized that I may have ADHD just
Okay.
late in life that I've gotten it diagnosed. And because of that,
I'm
and it
sorry.
makes so much sense. It makes so much sense. But because of that, I'm learning that some days I'm up here and
Mhm.
I get all the things done.
Mhm.
Then there are some days that all I can do is just lay in the bed. And I'm learning it's okay to do both.
Girl, you sound like
It's so
my goodness.
it's okay to do both because I can't be successful if I'm not taking care of myself.
You
Now I actually have I'm leaving tomorrow to come to Detroit because I have I'm speaking on a panel Saturday um
oh,
for domestic violence survivors. I'm
oh,
speaking I'm speaking in the space of as a scholar uh,
mhm,
because I don't have lived experience when it comes to domestic violence, but a lot of my I'm currently in school. I shared that I'm getting my doctorate in
mhm,
public policy, and so a lot of my research has been centered on domestic violence, Black women, domestic violence, Black women and homelessness, Black women and trafficking. Um, that
Mm,
is that is my focus because I'm a Black woman,
yeah.
and
She not being racist. She's black.
I can't talk about somebody else's experience.
Right. You got to talk
So,
about
um,
yours.
and what that looks like. So yeah, so and I do a lot of that. I go to people's churches. Somebody asked me, can I come to somebody's schools to talk to the kids? Absolutely. I'm also the director of outreach on another organization, Save the Pearls, that Troy Lisa is actually is the founder on,
Nice.
and that's what we do. We provide information to the community on vulnerabilities that can lead to childhood child abuse and sex trafficking. And I also have a business, Dami Core Solutions, that I provide corporate training. So yeah, I'm all over the place, but
Girl, you
but
do it.
but this is my life's work. So if people want me to come to their job to teach the staff about sex trafficking, what how do you navigate that in that particular space? I do that as well.
That's amazing. That is amazing. Have you, and I don't know if I'm asking too much of your business, can you
Mm-mm.
go to be a speaker or maybe, pay yourself and like charge these folks like
Yeah, well, that's where the training comes in. I finally figured it out.
okay.
Um, well, that's what the LLC is for. As a matter of fact, I'm working on the website right now. It's taking me a lot longer than I thought because I do have some. I have to attach the pay to the
Mhm.
services, and so. But yeah, but that's I actually conducted my first corporate training last month in Detroit, and it went really really well, and the staff wants me to return, and I was like, the first one was free, this one because like I
That's
said, I live in
interesting.
Atlanta, I fly into Detroit, so
Girl,
um
I'm interested in it too, because like honestly, if you open to like as you grow, maybe hiring other keynote speakers to speak regarding domestic violence and because I know I don't I haven't told you too much about me. I do have a degree in psychology. It's a
okay,
bachelor and I worked for CPS for 6 7 years, so I know about
okay,
domestic violence. I know about turning point, all the different places that you would send people regarding domestic violence and kids being present and that it happens as a power struggle for the man and so I know different things. So I think that would be great. You as you keep growing, like, hire other people and we just, go on out there.
don't be mad when I call you.
I ain't gonna be
Answer
mad at
my call.
I ain't gonna be mad at
because
all.
the thing because the thing is, I want people for instance, the speaker who Sabrina, who's speaking at the brunch. Sabrina is coming from lived experience, but Sabrina also has a master's in social work, and
Mm,
so I prefer people like you, like her,
mhm,
that um they can speak from both sides, from the
mhm,
scholarly side, but also from a lived experience, because I know what I know and I also know what I don't know.
mhm.
And I'm not so egotistical that I don't feel like I can't learn. And I don't always want to be the speaker. I
Mm,
don't, I don't mind being the host. I
mhm.
love hosting.
Yeah.
If Nisi is as quiet as kept, if I would have got there earlier, I would have been hosting her party. Because that's what they make me do. So, but because I'm coming in fashionably late, because I'm coming from out of the state, and I already have stuff going on, that was not happening.
Girl, you would be
But yeah, I definitely,
you look
definitely.
you would be a great host. And it's funny because now I'm remembering how we connected, because I was telling you about my book,
Yeah,
Love Hates
yeah,
Me,
yeah,
which
yeah.
is
But
about,
then we were in the middle of your set, and
yeah,
you and I were talking, and I was like, "Girl, don't give me a microphone. We'll both be doing this."
we
I'll
were
be
testifying to each other. It's funny because my husband be saying I be oversharing, and I do sometimes. Sometimes I overshare, but like you said, you feel like it can help somebody heal, because you don't look like you've been through a lot of stuff. You look good, but I'm sure you've been through some things. I don't look like I've been through, but I found it. Life pounded the mess out of me, and that's why I decided to start doing this show, is so I can help other people heal, give people some kind of information, and help me heal as well, because I got
right,
tired of just being sad all the time. Like, dang,
right,
every day I'm crying.
right,
You want to do
right, right. That right, exactly, exactly, exactly. And I tell people, look, I'm too cute to be out here just hustling. When people say, "Well, Dominique, what do you do for a living? Be cute and do God's work." What you do?
I want to be like Dominique.
What I do.
You know I loved you, girl. You
I,
my
I
sister.
what you do for a living, but that's what I'm out here doing.
I know that's right. I love it, Dominique. I got a question. So, how has this work changed you personally?
Personally, it has forced me to be more present.
Mm,
I can be very dismissive.
mm-hmm,
That's the Capricorn in me, but that's also the undiagnosed ADHD in me.
mm-hmm,
So, and I can be very impatient and not feel like I got to spend a lot of time explaining things to you.
mm-hmm,
And what this work has forced me to do is to be still and explain things.
mm-hmm.
Do I always get it right? No.
You,
But also this work has, and I'll just be honest, as a board president and a founder, it has also taught me when to kick people off my ship.
mm,
When I first started this work, I would say all the time, my table is big enough for everybody to eat off of. My table. So if I make a connection here, I'm sending this person over there. If I make a connection here, and what I've had to learn, and my boyfriend actually said this at the second one, and it wasn't even the prom project yet. He
mm-hmm,
said, "Be careful who hitches onto your wagon."
mm-hmm.
Because some people see the value in it before you do. And
Yep.
I've had to learn that lesson the very hard way. My heart has been broken a few times,
Mm-hmm,
but I've learned I also can't fault people because what I've created, no one else has created.
mm-hmm,
And I used the story of Noah. I said, Noah built the ark. The ark was bigger than a cruise ship. People don't think it like that. The ark was bigger than two cruise ships, actually.
mm-hmm,
He built an ark for something they had never seen before, and that was rain.
mm-hmm,
And even when it started drizzling, and people were like, "Oh, that's no big deal," he used all his resources. It
mm-hmm,
took him years to build. And
mm-hmm.
when the flood came and he closed the door, it was too late for those who didn't believe in him. And that's why I'm building one day, closed the door. And
Mm-hmm.
those people who were like, "Wait, let me on."
Can't do it. Everybody get on the ship with you. Some people will try to put water in the ship to make it fall over versus rowing and helping you row. Like you can't have everybody in the ship. And it is a very sad lesson, but it's
It
also
is.
a powerful lesson
It
because
is.
I don't have to be emotionally attached to it. and I can
Right.
just. But I think
Right.
that's what happens when you're a woman in a, a certain, you getting older, and it's like, I don't have time for the foolishness. If you crazy, then I'm putting you out the ship. I can't do it. I'm gonna protect my peace.
I'm already crazy.
Right, and
I don't need you.
you're
I don't
crazy
need you
too.
to. I don't need this too.
You
But
know,
also, I go back because God gave me this vision. I go back to biblical teachings all the time, and I
mm-hmm,
say, Dominique, just imagine Jesus growing up. Jesus got a whole brother, a
mm-hmm,
whole stepdaddy.
mm-hmm,
That ain't his daddy. That's his stepdaddy. Can
mm-hmm.
you imagine?
All the
Oh, you
noise.
just you just James boy.
Mm-hmm,
You just James brother. You ain't nothing but a carpenter.
mm-hmm,
Even when they saw the miracle, they
mm-hmm.
still didn't believe. So it be your own people.
Girl,
I
it do.
can't tell you how many relatives
Yeah,
have
you.
never bought a ticket, have never donated. I tell people like, oh, I need to donate these clothes so I can get a write off. I'm like, donate it to the Prom Project. We are a 501c3. I can give you an in kind form. Oh,
Right.
I can't do that. I don't want you to get in trouble.
Get in trouble. What is we talking about?
I may not have the money or costs, but you can still donate to my organization. Again, I'm not typical Pookie and them. Just say they got a 501c3, taking
I.
donations.
Mm-hmm. It's
You
so
know,
weird. Yeah, like people, strangers usually come out and help more. Like even with my shows, I noticed that if I do a show for a stranger out of Michigan, it's way more received than in Michigan, unless they came to see us or something like that. But for the most part, no. They look at you.
I can tell you this. Most of the, I mean, I have some, I have a very close knit village. And there are certain people, like one of my best friends, her donation to the Prom Project, she does the candy table. That's her thing. And
Oh,
it's so pretty and there's a whole bunch. We always had candy left over. I have another friend that donates on a monthly basis. So every month donation comes out of her account and goes to the Prom Project.
that's beautiful.
I have another one that lives in Indiana, and
Mm-hmm.
she comes to Detroit to support the prom. So I'm not going to sit there and say I don't have people, but when I tell you I have people that did not know me from Adam,
Mm-hmm.
saw the Prom Project and sent me a private message. Hey, I want to give you my money, and
Mm,
I said,
yes.
give me your money. I have people that hey, I don't have money, but I can collect. I Last year between the I now shout them out between the Zetas and the AKAs,
Mm-hmm.
we got all kind of donations, and we received last year. I think we collected almost 400 dresses.
Wow. That's amazing.
And
I'm
so
oh,
I'm sure my child wish we didn't because my house is still in. I still have a house in Detroit, and that's where all the stuff is in my basement.
trying to maneuver through stuff.
I'm like, look, if you want to go spend money on a rental, go at it. But
Ladies,
here, stay
right.
in my house so I can keep.
So I can keep my house straight. I love that. This has been a great conversation with you, Dominique.
Thank
Um,
you. Thank
I'll
you.
ask you one question before, maybe two, before we wrap this up. And I didn't realize it was we've been talking for 50 minutes. I'm like, it's not, oh, oh. A little thing, but at the end, I don't know if you want to stay and watch it. It's stupid, but it's Um,
I know I've been stalking you and your husband. Y'all doing y'all TikToks. I think y'all so funny.
yes, thank you. Yes, we had a the Lovelace. We trying, child. We trying. We be trying to stuff this stuff. All for the yeah. So I just want to ask you, what legacy do you hope the Prom Project Michigan leaves behind?
Oh, that's a really good question. I've thought of that. I when it's time for me to walk away, I want the Prom Project to be duplicated not only across the United States but around the world.
Mm,
That's what I want.
I
We
could,
have we have partners right now in Atlanta. We're doing a soft intro to Atlanta this year. We have partners in Texas and Houston, and like I said, and I have a partner in Uganda. So it's happening.
that's beautiful.
It's definitely happening. But I want all 50 states to have a prom project.
I love
Yeah,
that. Yeah,
yeah.
I can see that happening. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Okay, and how can people in the community get involved and find you, and what do you have coming up?
So I'm on all the socials except for TikTok. I still have not. I'm old. I can't be doing. I'm still trying to figure it out. That.
No, stop.
But you can get in contact with us. You can give us a call at 404-449-7489. You can get us on our website at www.thepromprojectofmichigan.org. You can also get us on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, um, and X. We're on X as well. We have the Color Brunch featuring my new friend Dani Luv on Saturday, May 16th. Tickets are available online. $40. Your first mimosa is free.
Mm,
We also will have a cash bar raffle. Girl, we fancy.
honey.
Then in July we have the Masquerade Sneaker Ball. I'll make sure you know about that. Yeah. So we're doing that, and then in August we have the prom.
Nice. Wow. Y'all,
We
and
do
this
a lot.
flyer, the flyer. I really love the colors, the prom project color. Pretty.
So yeah, I was gonna comment that I see the pink and purple. These are the exact same colors. The exact same colors. Yeah, purple is for domestic violence, and
Mm.
pink uh, is for survivors.
Amen. I'm definitely a survivor.
Yeah,
Not domestic violence, thank God. That's the one thing I ain't been through, but I've been through everything.
I've been through emotional abuse. I
I
did
mean,
not.
today. I've had a few stalkers.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Me too. Me
Yeah,
too. Me
yeah,
too. Me too.
yeah.
They yeah. I can still see the footprint on my socials. I'm like, not
Oh,
today, Satan.
not today. But that's how it is when you look good. Let me stop. You have all the
You
stalkers.
out here being cute doing God's work.
That's why the enemy be after you because you're doing the Lord's work. He wouldn't be after you if you wasn't doing nothing. You'd be like, dang, where is the devil at? Oh, you ain't doing nothing with your life. That's why he ain't after you.
You out here trying to save lives and whatnot.
Right. You laying hands and stuff. Girl, one time at a
For
comedy
the
show,
goodness of the Lord.
I literally spoke salvation to somebody at a comedy show. So I mean, like, you already know he don't like me.
Let me tell you, I'll say this and then I'll be done.
Okay.
Somebody told me, Dominique, you shouldn't say that God woke you up at 3 a.m. on a Wednesday. You know, you got different people in the audience that may not believe in God, and that's on them.
That's
Because
their
let me tell you, this was not a Dominique idea.
mm-mm.
That's the perfect platform because it's glittery and all kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
I'm like, I would never not share that God gave me this vision at 3 a.m. because He woke me up good 3 a.m.
Woke you up very good. Okay. 3
Exactly. Exactly. 3 a.m.
Child. That's so amazing.
on a
I
work day.
on a work day. You know, 3 a.m. to be a little spiritual. That's when the enemy starts attacking at
I
3
know.
a.m. So
I
he's
know. I
probably attacking
know. I
vision
know.
that you had.
I know. I try to keep my try to keep something to write with near me at that time,
Hmm.
but it don't always work. So
I understand because you be sleep, you be like, I'm just
I
up.
just want I
I'm
just
awake.
want to go sleep. You can't call somebody else God. Ain't nobody else on the line.
Mm-mm. Especially when you ain't got the nap too. You like, Lord, I can't really write this.
Can we circle back, God?
Please. And that dream don't never come back again either. You be like, what was he
Oh,
trying to tell me?
it's
Dang,
so, you can't never remember it.
it was so good. There was animals and balloons. I don't remember. Yeah. That's how it be. But Dominique, I love you, my sister, and I thank you so much for showing
Yeah,
up
love.
and being here and being such a great guest on my show. My first guest this year. Yay! Yay.
Call me anytime. Call
Okay.
me anytime. Girl, I'm at home.
Anything you want to tell us before we get to grief is ghetto?
I just want to encourage people. If God gave you the vision, He also will give you the resources. Don't worry about what you don't have. Um, you know, it's just be obedient. Just be obedient. Do it with tears in your eyes. Do it afraid, but just do
Hmm. Just do it. I love it. Thank you so much, Dominique
it.
Johnson.
Thank you, Danny, for having me. See you next month.
See you next month. You have a beautiful day. You
Ah,
can stay online
you
if you
too,
want,
love.
or I'll see you later.
Okay.
Dominique Johnson. Oh my gosh, that was beautiful. That was so beautiful. I'm so happy that she was able to join us. Before we leave, we want to do an episode of Grief is Get Can't wait. Great episode. Thank you. Thank you. So we're gonna do a quick episode of Grief is Get Up. Yeah. I think I made a mistake and took Dominique off by mistake. I meant to have her keep her on, but on the episode of Grief is Ghetto. Starting now. So, my name is Tatika. My name is Tatisha. Today I gave myself a name. My name is Tatisha. I just want to let you know my story. Continue with I ended up in the middle of the bed, no spring, no nothing. My daddy died. At least I think he was my daddy. I was told from the rats in the trash behind the 7-Eleven that he found me in the trash. Then he took me to the fire station front door. He left me and then he came back to get me because he indeed was the person who initially threw me in the trash. I guess he felt guilty when no one answered the door because they were out saving lives while he was giving my life away. My daddy, he went on a 420 binge, so he had to give me to his mama for a little while. That was 36 years ago. My daddy mama loved me. My daddy mama was the only one that cared for me. For real. Grief is ghetto. Stay tuned for the continuation on episode 7 for Grief is Ghetto. All right, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. I hope y'all enjoyed the Grief is Ghetto. Yes, my name is Gatisa. Her name is Gatisa. That's her name. That's the name we came up with. Y'all got another ghetto name that we can give her, then we can do that. But right now, her name is Gatisa, Guteasa, Gatisa. And as you can see, her daddy left her with her grandmama. Grief is ghetto. She going through all the grief, y'all. All the grief. Her daddy mama. She can't even call her daddy mama grandmama. That's how much grief she's going through. Well, you guys, I'm glad this has been another episode of Love and Laugh with Dani Luv, episode number 7. Thank you again, Dominique Johnson. Make sure you go to the Prom Project of Michigan.org to get your tickets. I will be there making people laugh. And I am very excited to be a part of a wonderful, wonderful project. If you want to volunteer or whatever you need to do, then please contact them because all the help is appreciated. We love you guys. And just always remember that you are an asset to this world. Can't nobody be you like you. You can get my book at lovelies.com and just keep being beautiful. You have your own fingerprint and your own purpose. Love you guys. Peace out.
You don't know what to do. Come and take a seat, my friend. Kick it with Dani Luv. Kick it with Dani Luv. Kick it with Dani Luv. Healing one day